Hey, good morning. Very, very big week coming up. Rates are about where they were last week. Fed meeting Wednesday. We're going to watch what they do if they hold or raise rates. They're probably going to hold, but we're going to more so listen to how they talk about it. Are they going to do what we and NAR want, which is come out and explicitly say we do not need to raise rates anymore? That's what we hope will happen. We'll see. Also, jobs report, jobs listing report, huge week this week. I want to talk about something that I've been doing for agents, sometimes at the very beginning of the process, sometimes after a few frustrating price drops. This is an example of a 2-1 buy down flyer for a listing. And I would typically have a picture of the house up there, make it as pretty as I can. But I'm wondering if it might help to have the conversation as part of your first listing conversation, as this being an option to reducing the price. I'm using a $599 price here after 20% down. There's your loan amount, $479. Taxes and insurance up here so they can see the scenario all laid out. And the scenario is we're using a $15,000 seller contribution to execute a 2-1 buy down. What does that do? In this case, with rates where they are, with a 20% down payment, your buyer is going to save right here $636 a month the first year, $325 the second year. And this is going to resonate because a $15,000 price drop might move the payment $50. And if we start doing that, that's going to be price drop after price drop. Sometimes also we can do a price drop and then say, if we raise the price by X amount of dollars, then we can do a 2-1. A lot of y'all know this. A lot of y'all are doing it. I want you to know that I'm happy to make these up for you for your first listing presentation. So you go in with all your tools and try to hold your price. This blurb down here is an explanation that is in layman's terms. On the next page, I have how we came up with $15,000. Now, this is based on a 20% down payment, but you can get a 2-1 buy down with zero down, which means the loan is larger. Also, maybe your buyer might have a higher overall rate, which comes into play. So while in this instance, we only need about $11,500, I'm saying give me a $15,000 seller contribution just in case we have some 3% down or zero down situation where we're going to need the $15,000. And that's that. Let me know if I can do something for you. Affordability is my big thing this week. This says conventional mortgage insurance. This is for conventional loans, not government loans where you can't really control mortgage insurance. For top point, mortgage insurance is required with less than a 20% down payment. Second point, it can be paid monthly, added to the monthly payment for 80 to 90 months of the loan, or we can have upfront lump sum mortgage insurance where you pay it all at once. And that's going to be a few $1,000s, maybe more for a super high loan amount in the 700s. The third point here is that Berkshire Hathaway is an energy, insurance, and real estate conglomerate. They have their hands in almost every cookie jar there is, but they're big into insurance. And I am a Berkshire Hathaway company. Prosperity is Berkshire Hathaway owned. So we have access to their suite of insurance products, including mortgage insurance. I ran a few scenarios against MGIC, RateStar, a couple of other mortgage insurance companies. Every time I ran it, my monthly mortgage insurance is about 20% cheaper than the other companies that are not Prosperity. And when we do the lump sum, which is based upon the down payment, the credit score, type of property, type of, whether you're going to inhabit it as an owner occupant or not, my upfront lump sum is about 30% less expensive than a lot of other companies out there. And why we talk about the upfront? Because if you do conventional upfront mortgage insurance, bottom line right there, it can be paid by a seller concession. So you got the seller paying your mortgage insurance fee for putting less than 20% down. You're not tacking it onto the payment, making the place even less affordable. And it's something we can do right now. Are we going to be able to do this in 3 years? Probably not. But right now, it's a good tool to help people put less down. Why do we put less down? This is the lowdown on affordability, my big finish. Top point, buyers keep cash on hand by putting less than 20% down. And depending on your price point and what they do, if I'm buying a house and looking at a $4,000 payment or something that involves a 2-1 buy down, I'm worried about year number 3. If I had an extra 30 to 60 plus $1,000 in savings by putting down 15% instead of 20, 10% instead of 20, shoot 5% instead of 20, keep your cash, pay off other debt on your credit report, and have your own subsidy account in savings. Uh, Here we go. Point 3, a $600,000 price point, 20% down is about $120,000. 15% down is 90. So you would keep $30,000 in savings to pay other debt, keep peace of mind. $30,000 over 3 years is $833 extra dollars a month. So you have your own subsidy rainy day account that's going to help you digest that payment, even if you have a 2-1 on there. The 15% down payment next to bottom here, 15% down payment would result in about a $215 per month higher payment. But you're going to have, 30K sitting in savings to help take care of that. I would absolutely do this. And what I would do, putting 10 or 15% down, is I would say, Patrick, give me the upfront mortgage insurance, because now we're going to have the seller pay for that. We're going to have the seller pay for the 2-1 buy down. We're going to have the seller pay for the mortgage insurance policy. And I'm going to keep 30 to 60K in checking or savings that I, protect my peace of mind with, and, make sure that I feel good about this and take advantage of purchasing now so that my house that I buy is $100,000 higher in value in 5 years, instead of me paying $100,000 more in 5 years by waiting and missing out on this buying opportunity. So on this scenario, 600K price, 15% down. My bottom line here, other mortgage insurance companies want about $1,900 upfront as the mortgage insurance fee. I'm at about $1,219 a month. So I want to talk to you more about this individually, because there's such value in teaching buyers and sellers, teaching buyers that you're going to be a lot better off maybe if you put less down, because we can right now. And wouldn't you rather have 30 to 60K sitting in checking your savings instead of walking in being house poor? And there's ways to go about doing this. Upfront mortgage insurance through me is one. And that's what I have for y'all this week. Happy Halloween.